Hi there, welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Too Faced White Chocolate Chip palette. So I was very lucky to actually get this palette. I was on the Sephora app on Sunday at 3 a.m. and I just so happened to see that this was released and I got it right then and there, and honestly within like 35 minutes or something this palette was sold out. That was on the Canadian Sephora website. I'm pretty sure it went out faster on the Sephora website in the United States. So I was very lucky to actually get this. So this video is more going to be a swatch first impressions video because I honestly just received this yesterday after my shift. So this is like brand spanking new to me. Like, I haven't even had this 24 hours even by the time this video goes up. So this is going to be a first impression swatch video. So first off, this is the palette itself. So it's very tiny, honestly, in comparison. So I have the iPhone SE or the iPhone 5S because that's about the same size comparison. And so this is the palette and my phone. So it is a tiny bit wider than my phone, but it is smaller than my phone as well. So it is a very cute palette, like honestly, just size comparison, and I don't have very big hands. So it is a small palette and I personally love that because I'm starting to run out of space with all my makeup. So I like having small makeup because I can store it better and I can actually have more. So first off, I'm gonna get into like the first impressions review thing, and then I'm gonna do finger swatches and brush swatches, because I found online that some people prefer brush swatches on social media, so I'm going to do brush swatches as well. So I already went over this saying that I actually love the small packaging because obvious reasons, running out of space. The packaging itself is very cute. It just mimics like the old chocolate bar palettes where it looks like a chocolate bar. It's also sturdy and it has a nice closure, like it's not magnetic, but it's a really secure closure. And it has a full-sized Mia in there. As you will see in the swatches, that the finger swatches swatched okay. So my first impression of the swatches were very good because I saw in reviews saying that people thought the pigmentation sucked. I personally found that they were actually pretty good in comparison to how much they sucked. So this morning I actually wore one of the shades. I wore Exotica, and I did not wear this without a primer, and I thought that the pigmentation was really good considering I wasn't wearing a primer, but it does fade pretty quickly without a primer. I'm wearing a different color on my lids right now and it's doing pretty good for now with a primer. I'm wearing the Too Faced Shadow Insurance because I thought that'd be the best way to actually try out this. So I really like the colors in this palette. I can find myself wearing at least 6 of the 11 shades, which is actually kind of good for me. Those colors being Pearl Candy, Raspberry Rose, Cookie Dough, this is so difficult, Indulge, Sugared Raisin, and the color I wore today earlier is Exotica. So I thought that's actually pretty good. Now I'm just going to give you a close-up so you can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. Oh, those are the pretty colors. And I know a lot of people were nervous about the colors not being on the packaging because, like, as you can see, there's no lettering, but they are on the back. My first impressions for cons. So since they are tiny pans, the pan size being 10 of these eyeshadows are 0.5 grams or 0.002 ounces. And then the one big eyeshadow is 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces. So these are tiny shades. So I find that it's kind of hard to get my finger in these shades. Like, it's doable and it's pretty easy. But first off, it takes a little bit while getting used to because I know a lot of people aren't used to actually, using such tiny palettes. This one bugs me so much. There is powder kick up in some of these, like this black shimmery color right here called Black Sugar has so much product kick up. It's so frustrating for me because I love my palettes like looking absolutely clean. So like having some kick up in some of these shades like bothers me to the bone. Like, ugh. it just bugs me so much how some glitter can get on the palette itself. I know this sounds insane, but it just bugs me. I don't understand some colors that are in this palette, like Black Sugar. Like, it's a very shimmery black, like right here. I just don't get it. And same with Pearl Candy. Like, I really love it, but it's super glittery and powdery and white. Like, I know it's trying to mimic a highlight shade, but I don't know how well you can actually use that as a highlight shade. So I'm just gonna use it all over my lid because I don't know how to properly do makeup. So in a lot of these shades, there is a lot of glitter. It's not shimmery or satin, it's legit glitter. So you are definitely gonna need a primer, as I found out, because it's doing much better on my eyes. Sorry, I'm like not looking at the camera. It's doing much better on my eyes now that I am wearing a primer. But honestly, when you don't wear a primer, like, I had glitter like all over, like underneath my brow. I had it all down in here. Like, it made just a huge freaking mess, and did not appreciate that much. So you're definitely gonna need primer. I know Too Faced always brags that they're cruelty free and all this kind of stuff, so I don't know if this was an afterthought palette before they were bought out by Estee Lauder or something. I can't remember how that went down, but there are 4 shades in here that are actually not vegan. Those shades being Ambrosia, Cookie Dough, Cake Batter, and Raspberry Rose. Those 4 shades have an ingredient called carmine, and it's like bugs or beetles. I can't really remember. I looked it up, but I can't remember what it is. So 4 of these shades are actually not vegan, even though Too Faced claims to be like a vegan, cruelty-free brand. But yeah, just letting you know that 4 shades aren't vegan. And honestly, in the end, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be keeping this palette. Like, I don't mind wearing what's that stuff called? Eyeshadow primer at all. Like, I wear it a lot, but it just kind of sucks because some of these colors aren't true to what the palette is in reference to your eyes. Like, you can swatch them and you're like, oh, hey, that color's this color and this color's this color. Oh yeah, I can totally see that. But the moment you take them and put it on your eyes, I find that some of them change color a lot. Like, for example, when I was wearing Exotica, it's like a very nice, sparkly, glittery brown. And it ended up looking kind of white afterwards. I'm wearing Raspberry Rose right now, and you can see that it's like an obvious pink. But on my eyes right now, it's like a light pink with like a lot of kind of white in it. I don't know. I haven't worn that many on my eyes because, like I said, I just got it not too long ago. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be keeping this palette. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, I can easily think of like a couple people I can give this to, and they would be totally happy with it. But for me personally, since I have so much makeup already, like, it's not like, ooh, I gotta have it. And look, you can see there's already glitter all over my freaking palette, even though I already just wiped it all off. Now I'm just gonna do the swatches. So first off, here's a close-up of the palette. And first off, a lot of these colors are not gonna show up on my skin. I've already tried. So, Glaze, Pearl Candy, Cake Batter, Raspberry Rose, Cookie Dough. To be honest, these swatches are actually coming up better on the camera than they are in real life. So, that's interesting. Ambrosia, Indulge, Sugared Raisin. And honestly, the texture of Indulge and Sugared Raisin really threw me off the first time. Like, they were very chunky and you could feel all the glitter in them. they were nowhere near as smooth and soft and velvety as the other shades. Exotica, Guilt Free, Black Sugar. So I have the brush swatches. There was no really easy way for me to angle the brush and like film them, swatching them with the brush. So I have them all on my arms right now. So I'm just going to try and show you an angle the best I can. Honestly, I'm not super impressed with the brush swatches at all. I think I'm actually going to start doing brush swatches as well as finger swatches, because this just kind of shows you how well they are actually going to perform with someone who actually uses brushes and is more talented than me just using brushes. Than me just using fingers. So yeah, I'm going to try and angle this the best I can and show you guys, because so yeah, these are honestly the brush swatches. I'm sorry that I'm so pasty white. It is hard for like anyone to even see. So yeah, as you can see, some of them suck. I found that Indulge and Sugar Raisin here that came out the absolute worst. Like, you can only see like a little bit here, and that is honestly about it. They came out really bad. Same with Black Sugar, didn't come out too well. In my opinion, the only colors that actually came out well were Pearl Candy, Cake Batter here, Cookie Dough here, Ambrosia, Exotica, and Guilt Free. So honestly, there aren't a lot that really came out well. It's honestly in your guys' opinion whether you want to have it or not. This isn't the best product that Too Faced has come out with. It's probably definitely not the worst that they've ever come out with, so. But yeah, honestly, just, dang, all those brush swatches. I didn't know it was that bad. I'm still undecided about this palette. I don't know if it's worth keeping for me, if I should just give it away. Like, I'm honestly not sure. I'm getting a couple of my Smashbox palettes in. I have Golden Hour in right now. I have Metallic showing up today. And I have Soft Light showing up sometime. I don't know. But when those come in, I'm going to do a whole review on those 3 palettes. And then I'm going to compare. Honestly, you don't need to worry about running out and buying this. All those people that were super upset that this palette went out of stock so fast, don't be that upset. Honestly, I thought the finger swatches were great when I first had it, so I was like, oh my gosh, this palette's awesome. I don't know what the heck people are talking about. And then after putting it on my eyes today, I wasn't so happy, and now with brush swatches, I think that's really unfortunate, because there are a lot of people. One sec. Crony! Stop it! Cronus! No, Mimi! Cute! I know a lot of people out there who actually use brushes, and that's going to be really sucky. And I know there's going to be a lot of fallout when using brushes, because even just putting my brush in there, like, there was so much kick up, so I know there's going to be a whole bunch of fallout when applying it with your eyes. There wasn't a lot of fallout when I applied it with my fingers, but you are definitely going to need primer, eyeshadow primer. So yeah, that's my first impression / review. I literally thought it was going to be better than this. Like, I knew in some ways, just like looking at the pictures, I wasn't really going to like it, but after I got the palette in person and swatching it, I was like, no, you know, I like some of these colors. This might actually be good. But now, not so sure. Probably by the time I have my Smashbox ones up, I'm probably going to have an option what I'm going to do with this, because I don't know. I'm leaning more towards giving it away than keeping it. So that sucks. So yeah, that's the first impression / review / swatches. So yeah, I'm going to try and upload 2 videos a week in December. This one's going to be going up today. Yeah, so I hope this is helpful for some people. So thank you so much for watching my video this week, and I hope you guys have a great week.